has the question on their mind about healthcare and the economy, which is why I'm going to start with foreign policy.
We love curveballs.
Other than the Middle East, which I'll ask about afterward, is there a part of the world where you think U.S. foreign policy or foreign interests are at risk? How should you as a congressman be thinking about that and potentially influencing it? Can we start with Eric in the middle?
I think there are a variety of parts of the world. Right now, I think in Mexico, the fact that we're not securing our border does have foreign policy implications. I think that often we just view not securing the border as being about immigration, but the reality is that there are foreign policy implications as well. When we basically say we are not going to close the border and secure the border until we make other decisions about what to do with people who are here illegally, I think that we put ourselves in a position where we're inviting trouble. So I think that's an issue that takes real courage and leadership. The reality is I think most people agree that that needs to happen, but right now there's not political will to do it. I wholeheartedly agree with Rodney, what Rodney said about the reality that we have to stand up and have courage. We cannot continue to say, well, it's not popular to do this, it's not popular to say that. I want to go to Washington because I want to take those tough stands, and that's a particular part of the world where I think we have some foreign policy issues that have to be addressed.
Rodney.
Eric is right. We have to first secure our border. It's about saving lives, it's about stopping illegal immigration, and it's about ensuring the safety of our country. But you asked about other parts of the world. I want to address a couple areas. Central America. We have dictators in Central America that want to toy with the United States. We have to make sure that we keep the ability to trade with them so that the American dollar keeps their country going toward the path of freedom. But we also have to have a hard line in dealing with them politically and understand their circumstances and understand what it is to ensure that America can still lead this hemisphere. We also have to look at Africa. There's a tremendous AIDS problem in Africa that has to be addressed. I commend President Bush for making that a priority so that we save a generation of people in another continent. That still has to be a priority of America. And that service, that American service, is what turns the tide and the hatred of America away. And it turns it away and it brings it back so that people know what type of country we really are. Those are two areas we have to address, Lee.
Thank you, Kathy.
Sure. I also agree with both Erica and Rodney that we must secure our borders, and that is a paramount #1 priority for me. But I'm also concerned about China. How do you go in and negotiate with a foreign policy when they hold so much debt? You know, in your own homes and your own lives, when someone holds a lot of money over you, how that's not an equal conversation that you have. We've already seen that many times over. So I would say that to me, our debt and the relationship that we have with China and their ability to call our debt in is a very scary, scary situation that's going to be coming down the pike. And when that occurs, if we do not start getting a hold of our debt, that is going to be the number one issue.